This is Richard Smith with the Kansas City Chiefs Power Hour podcast, where we talk about all things Kansas City Chiefs. Well, good evening, Kansas City. It is Monday, July 23rd, and the first day of training camp is in the books. And I couldn't be more excited as a fan, as an analyst, and part of this great community. Today Mahomes showed off his versatility with his arm and showed his complete understanding of the offense. It was really special to watch him today and make these amazing throws. Throw the ball across his body, across the field, and make all these perfect throws. It was really our first chance to get a great glimpse of what's been going on here in the last year with Mahomes and what he brings to the table. So there was an interview today with Chad Henne, and he commented on Mahomes' arm. There was a lot of questions surrounding Mahomes, but I think there were a lot of answers today as well. So Chad Henne was asked if, what his comments were on Mahomes' arm. And Chad Henne replied that Mahomes has one of the strongest arms that he's ever been around. And, he said that he's been around some big body quarterbacks that just can really, really sling the ball in there. But none like Mahomes, and especially with his size. He was asked today if Mahomes' arm was the strongest that he's ever seen. And he said, yeah, I would put it up there. He can make all the throws. So I think that's really encouraging, day one, looking at the future of our organization and the Chiefs. Mahomes is our guy, and it's no question. And now he's able to show his ability to the world. And I think that, a lot of these analysts in our community and the NFL network as a whole will see exactly what is coming. And, it's great because, when it comes to the NFL as a whole and our organization and a community, nobody knows what's coming. Nobody knows what's coming except us. So the NFL is going to get a rude wake-up call, and it's being obviously put out there that Mahomes will lift us to that other level. But there's a lot of people hopping on that bandwagon now. So that's exciting, and that's just day one in training camp. So if we have people hopping on the bandwagon already, understanding what Mahomes brings to the table, that's a really good outlook for the finished product for the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2018-2019 season. So, moving on to some other things, the NFL.com interviewed Travis Kelce, and they asked him about the overall outlook on the Chiefs. And I would like to go ahead and play that clip right now and just let you know what Travis Kelce said and what he thinks his outlook will be for the Chiefs this season and then the upcoming seasons. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip. It's exciting. It's nice to hear Kelce get excited. He always is. He's passionate, about our team and his success and success as an organization. And he loves Kansas City. So I will go ahead and play that clip.
Travis, you guys are a team that's used to winning. Alex Smith took you guys to the playoffs the last 3 years. Will you guys be able to pick up where you left off?
I think so, without a doubt. We got a lot of great leaders in the offense, or in the building. In the office, and it's even in the offensive side of the ball. I'm hoping to get into that role a little bit more myself, as well as a guy like Mitchell Schwartz, Eric Fisher, Anthony Sherman. Guys that have been there for my entire time there. We've kind of been able to mesh on the offensive side of the ball. I think it's going to be smoother than a lot of people are predicting. So it's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun growing with the young quarterback and just growing with the team and seeing where we go from here.
Patrick Mahomes, what makes him so special?
Patty cakes, man. He's
patty cakes.
He's a different dude. He's very, very confident in his ability, which is awesome to see at such a young age or at such a young time in his career. And it's going to be fun growing with him. I think a lot of guys relate to him very well. He's he grew up in the locker room. His father played in the MLB, so he understands how to relate to other players and how to relate to his teammates and be there for him. So I think it's going to be fun seeing him grow. It's going to be an exciting year.
Enjoy your last few days off before training camp kicks back up.
Appreciate you. Go Chiefs.
All right. So that was the interview with Travis Kelce at NFL.com. And, I love his excitement. I just can't say enough about Travis Kelce. He's just an all-around stud. A great guy, a great personality, and he loves this team. So it's exciting to hear interviews with the likes of Travis Kelce because he always has something to say, and you never know what's going to come out of the man's mouth. It's just always going to be positive. And, to elaborate on what Kelce is saying, you can tell that he has a deep relationship, with Pat Mahomes. You don't just call somebody patty cakes, for nothing. And I don't think there's too many people out there that would let you call them patty cakes if you all weren't close, especially on national television. So, Mahomes is a young cat, and so is Kelce, but you can tell that the chemistry is there. And, and that's so important for us as an organization. And it's just exciting to see the camaraderie in the locker room. So, you hear him talking about all these seasoned veterans coming back to the team that he's been on his entire career. And it's nice to hear him compliment those guys and give them credit. And they do deserve it. They've been a solid foundation for our team. And they've really, really deserve the Super Bowl. They deserve a great season. They deserve a great quarterback. And they deserve the backing of our community. So, listening to Travis Kelce just gets me even more excited and pumped up for this season, and I think we all can agree with that. So, hey, that's one of those things that I think he's excited as we are. So, I look forward to that, and it's just going to be a great, great start to the season. I can't wait for him to get out there on the practice field with all the veterans here come Thursday at 3 p.m., which is open to the public. So, please go out there and show your support. Let these guys know how we feel about them because it's some special times here in Kansas City, and do not miss out on this. Don't miss out on it, Kansas City. Okay, so there is also an injury update today, and it overall looks really, really good. And before I actually get into the injury update, I want to break down how the injury report works and how the PUP list works. PUP list obviously is a physically unable to perform list, which means that players are not allowed to practice per NFL rules, but are able to attend meetings and film. So they're still allowed to be around the team and have that chemistry, but they're not allowed on the field, just to protect their safety and their future. So with that being said, right now, which is a great thing, the PUP list ceases to exist with the Kansas City Chiefs. We have 0 players on the physically unable to perform list, and that's great. That's great. And, you look at the impact players that went down last year with huge injuries, with Eric Berry and a few more players, Chris Conley, but they're making a strong comeback, and it's great. Eric Berry's not even on the injury list, and he tore his Achilles last year. That's an amazing, amazing feat right there. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this injury report, and I think it will come to no surprise to anybody in Chiefs Kingdom. Number 1 on that list is Dee Ford. And I am going to have to say, I am extremely tired of seeing Dee Ford on this list. He seems to be more on this list than any other player, and it's just aggravating because what he's capable of and what he brings to the squad, and he just cannot stay healthy. And to me, that tells me just back off a bit. If you were out there just giving your entire body away, what are you going to do for us? You can't help us on the sideline. And it just seems like it's something new every day. And I don't know if that's, his mental toughness or if the man really just does not have a solid body to play in the NFL or play linebacker, because that's a really physical position. And I think we all know that. Football is a physical sport, but there's something about that linebacking position. I mean, you're really shooting gaps. You're hitting guys hard every play. So I hope the Dee Ford really sucks it up. I hope that his injuries, just calm down a little bit. this is his year. This is it. He's on the chopping block. I said that on the last podcast. So D Ford, you really need to step up because Braylon Speaks is really, really thought highly of, and I would hate to see him, take your position from you. So, D, this is your chance, buddy. Step it up. Get off that injury list, get back on the field, and let's roll. We want to see what you can do for 16 games, not for 3. So, and that's just Kansas City really being honest with D Ford, buddy. You're going to have to produce. Mitch Morris with his foot injury, starting center for